Dear students, welcome to PhD Job and Entrance Test channel. Friends, in this video we are going to discuss about Jamia Millia Islamia University and Aligarh Muslim University PhD Entrance Test. Friends, as you all know, there are two papers in PhD Entrance Test. One is paper 1 and one is paper 2. I hope you know about the paper 1 preparation. Paper 1 will be on research methodology and paper 2 will be on your subject. And friends, as you all know the importance of research methodology and PhD entrance test, and to boost your preparation, so we have bought a comprehensive course on research methodology where we are providing you complete notes on research methodology, and with this we are also providing you full syllabus mock test, and also you will get video lectures on research methodology. And I believe if you attend this test and if you go through our research methodology notes, it is very easy to clear in the PhD entrance test. And this course is available only at very minimum cost, and if you want to join for this course, you can contact this number. The number is displayed on your screen. You can send a WhatsApp message and also you can call us. And friends, in this video we are going to discuss some important MCQs on research methodology for your upcoming PhD entrance test of JMU University and also AMU University. And here today's subtopic is types of research. Yes friends, here the first question is research pertaining to pure mathematics or natural law is the example of. Yes, research pertaining to pure mathematics or natural law, this is an example of. There are four options are given here. Option A is qualitative research, option B empirical research, option C analytical research, option D fundamental research. And here the questions and options are also there in Hindi. You can go through it. Yes, here the right answer is option D, fundamental research. I hope you know about the fundamental research. When the research is pertaining to, yes, when the research is purely related to mathematics, or it is if the research is purely related to natural law, then this type of research is known as the fundamental research. And fundamental research, please remember, many times a question has arisen on this topic. Fundamental research is also known as the basic research, and also it is called pure research. Please remember these two another names of fundamental research. And what do you mean by fundamental research? In fundamental research, it is driven by curiosity. Means this type of research is conducted to increase the researcher's knowledge. When we want to expand our knowledge, usually we go through the fundamental research, because fundamental research will expand the knowledge and it will add something new to already existed knowledge. So fundamental research is the right answer. And this type of research makes specific contribution to the academic body of the knowledge. It means the fundamental research is going to add new knowledge to the existing knowledge. And in this question, research related to mathematics and natural law is known as the fundamental research. I hope you understand it very clearly. So let us move to the next question. Research related to abstract ideas or concept is known as. Option A empirical research, option B conceptual research, option C quantitative research, option D qualitative research. Yes, when the research is related to various concepts or ideas, then it is known as the four options are given here, then it is known as the conceptual research. Yes, please remember, if the research is related to concept, the answer is hidden in the question only. Yes, please when you go to attend the question, please read the questions very carefully, then you can answer. Yes, the research related to concepts or ideas, it is known as the conceptual research. Then what do you mean by conceptual research? Conceptual model or research, it is a framework that initially used in the research outline the possible courses of action or present an idea or thought. Yes, in this type of research, a researcher is going to present some ideas or he is going to present his thoughts. And when a conceptual model is developed in a logical manner, it will provide a rigor to the research process. Yes, this is about the conceptual research. I hope you will remember it. Let us move to the next question. The next question is fundamental research is also called. Yes, in our previous slide only we discussed about fundamental research. I told you fundamental research is also known as the basic research, and it is also called pure research. And this fundamental research is related to it will increase the researcher's knowledge. When we want to gain knowledge, we go through the fundamental research, and here four options are given. It is also called option A basic research, option B pure research, option C both A and B, option D none of the above. There is no matter of thinking here. It is both. Fundamental research is also known as the pure research and basic research. So option C is the right answer, both A and B. Then the next question is descriptive research includes. Yes, descriptive research includes option A fact finding inquiry on social events and system, option B hypothesis testing, option C ex post facto research, option D all of the above. Yes, descriptive research includes. Yes, four options are given here. Here the right answer is option D all of the above. Please remember, descriptive research means in detail. Yes, it includes fact finding inquiry, and also it will test the hypothesis, and also if it is necessary we will go through the ex post facto research in descriptive type of research. So here option D all of the above is the right answer. And if you want more information regarding descriptive research, you can go through here. Descriptive research is also used to compare how different demographics respond to certain variables. Yes, for example, when an organization is going to study how different people, means different level people will respond to the same variable. Yes, if I, for example, if I go and conduct a survey on different income level people on the same expenditure, it is known as the descriptive research. It means that for example, organization may study how people with different income levels react to the launch of a new Apple phone. Yes, here I am going to study about the different income level people on the same concept, that is new Apple phone. So here in descriptive research it is used to compare how different people are responding to the certain variables. Yes, I hope it is clear. The next question is research to study the effect of certain policies, plans and program is. Option A applied research, option B descriptive research, option C evaluation research, option D casual research. Yes, research to study the effect of certain policies, plans and program is. Yes, the right answer is option B descriptive research. In previous slide only I discussed about descriptive research. I think no need to give explanation again. So the next question is, yes, match the following experimental research, historical research, case study and ethnography. And this side criticism, control, interpretative, intensive and intuitive. Yes, here four options are given here. The right answer is option D here. Yes, in option A is 2, means experimental research is related to control. Yes, we can control the variables in experimental research. And as you all know, historical research is related to past events, so it is intensive. And historical research is related to criticism. Then C is 4, case study is related to intensive, ethnography is related to interpretive. So here option D is the right answer. Let us move to the next question. The type of research that tests hypotheses and theories in order to explain how and why phenomena operates as it does. The type of research that tests hypotheses and also theories in order to explain how and why phenomena operates as it does is. Option A descriptive research, option B predictive research, option C explanatory research, option D none of the above. Yes, here the right answer is option C explanatory research is the correct answer. Yes, please remember the answer. The type of research that tests hypotheses and theories in order to explain how and why it is related to explanatory research. What do you mean by explanatory research? Explanatory research is the conducted for problem which was not well researched before, demands priority, generates operational definitions and provides a better research model. Yes, there will be some problems in our society where research has not done. If we choose those type of problems, then it is known as the explanatory research. There are so many issues are there where proper research has not been done. Yes, for those problems we can go through the explanatory research. and it is actually a type of research design which focuses on explaining the aspects of your study in detail. Yes, here we are going to explain the problem in detail. So this type of explanatory, it is there in the word, only the word itself says explanation. Yes, very easy to remember this. Then the next question is the method of drawing conclusions based on the observation of each and every instance of a population is called. Yes, the method of drawing conclusions based on the observation of each and every instance of a population is called. Option A scientific method, option B deductive method, option C inductive method, option D dialectic method. Yes, here the right answer is, it is known as the deductive method. Please remember both inductive and deductive methods in research methodology. Many times questions will arise on this topic. Yes, if you observe KSET, UGC NET and other state set examination also, there will be question on deductive and inductive method. Yes, here the method of drawing conclusions based on the observation, it is known as the deductive method. Inductive and deductive both are opposite. Yes, let us see what do you mean by deductive method. Here the main difference between inductive and deductive reasoning is that, yes, inductive reasoning aims at developing a theory. Yes, please remember, in inductive reasoning we are going to develop a theory, but in deductive method we are going to test the existing theory. Yes, if we are constructing a model, if we are constructing a theory, then it is known as the inductive reasoning, and if we are testing the model or if we are testing the theory, then it is known as the deductive method. And one more important thing is inductive reasoning moves from specific to general. Please remember it. Inductive reasoning moves from specific to generalization, and in deductive approach it is completely opposite. Means deductive reasoning will move from generalization to specific. This is the main difference between inductive and deductive reasoning. I hope you understood it. Then the next question is, one-time research is applicable in case of. Yes, one-time research is applicable in case of option A environmental studies, option B diagnostic studies, option C historical studies, option D experimental studies. Yes, one-time research is applicable in diagnostic studies. Yes, please remember option B diagnostic studies is the right answer. Then the next question is, the main difference between basic research and applied research lies in. Option A basic process, option B sample size, option C utility, option D all of the above. Yes, the main difference between basic and applied research lies in utility. So option C is the right answer. Yes, please remember, we can differentiate basic and applied research on the basis of utility. Here you can see some more information here. Applied research is a research methodology that creates practical solutions. Yes, if you are solving, if you are finding answer for the practical problems, then we'll go through the applied research. And while basic research, it is an approach to research that seeks expand of knowledge in field of study. Yes. In applied research, the researcher wants to expand his theoretical knowledge, but in applied research, the researcher is going to conduct a research on the practical problems. So this is the main difference between applied research and fundamental research, that is also known as the basic research. And one more important information is this means that applied research is solution driven. Yes, please remember it, a question may arise here. Applied research is also known as the solution driven approach, and basic research is known as the knowledge specific approach. Yes, then the next question is, the factual aims are most important in. Option A historical research, option B participatory research, option C clinical research, option D laboratory research. The factual aims are most important in, four options are given here. The right answer is option A historical research. And in our previous video lecture also I gave you information regarding historical research. It is based on the past events. If a researcher is going to conduct a research on past events, then it is known as the historical research. And in historical aims, factual aims are most important in the historical research. Yes, and historical research is a qualitative technique. Yes, please remember it. Historical research, it is a qualitative technique, and historical research studies the meaning of past events. in an attempt to interpret the facts and explain the cause of events. Yes, this is about historical research. Then the next question is, the survey research are classified under option A fundamental research, option B experimental research, option C both A and B, option D none of the above. Yes, very easy question. The survey research are classified under the both fundamental research and also experimental research. So both the A and B are correct here. Then survey research is defined as the collection of information from a sample of individuals through their responses to questions. Yes, survey research means, I think there is no need of explanation also. Survey means the research is going to prepare a questionnaire. He will go and meet the people, he will ask the questions to them, and he will write down the responses. And there are various survey methods are also there. Yes, this is about survey research, and this type of research allows for a variety of methods to recruit. Okay, it means that while collecting the data, while doing a survey, the researcher can appoint someone to collect the data, or he may go and collect the data. There are various methods are there. Then the next question is, research is option A value oriented process, option B passive process, option C self contained process, option D discovery oriented process. Yes friends, this question I have kept for you. You have to answer the question in the comment box, because this is very helpful in judging your preparation. Okay, if you know the answer, you can comment the answer in the comment box. Yes friends, I wish all the best to all PhD aspirants of JMU and AMU University. And friends, one more thing, once again I would like to repeat that if you subscribe for our crash course, where we are providing complete notes on research methodology with video lectures and also notes in the form of PDF, then we are also providing full syllabus mock test. And also to boost your preparation level, we are providing 100 MCQs PDF on research methodology. I hope if you follow this material, it is very easy to clear PhD entrance test. Thank you.